Yeah. Okay. That timing worked out pretty well that time. So, hey, everybody. Happy Friday. How is everybody doing today? I see we got all kinds of awesome people in the comments today hanging out with us. So, pretty excited to see y'all here today on this beautiful, wonderful Friday. It is gorgeous here in Indiana, which is where I am. It's an absolutely beautiful morning here. So hopefully you're having great weather where you are as well. And I'm super excited to see y'all here. So this is great. So we got all kinds of people watching from all over the place. And I see that we got some questions coming in. So that's what we're going to do today. So we are going to do a live Q&A once again. So if you've got a question for me, just follow those instructions you see down there at the bottom scrolling across and just put a Q in front of your comment. That helps me see your question in all the other comments. And then I can use the starred comments feature to put it into my queue and hopefully answer your question and get you the help you need. So just going to check in here. I see a couple things coming in. All right. We got all kinds of people here. So it's great to see y'all. Some new faces. I see some new names that I've not seen before. So that's always fun. We even got a countdown. I love it. Did you get it right? Did it work? I love it. So, let's see. We got Jim's here. What's up, Jim? Watching from Ohio. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, definitely excited to see you here live again, Jim. It's been a while, I think, since you've been joining us live. So Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's up? Definitely, Texas. Woo, how are you doing down there, Tish? My goodness, Texas has had quite the whirlwind, haven't they? Big Stream Review says, I grew up in Connersville, Indiana. There you go. So happy to see another Hoosier here hanging out with us. So, all right. Bowling with the Fefs here. Hey. All right. We got all kinds of people coming in. You guys are ready to go, warmed up. So again, if you've got a question for me, put it in the comments. I do want to cover a couple things really quick before we jump into that. But hey, by the way, hi, I'm Mel. I'm Melanie Dyann Howe. I'm one of the live streaming mentors hanging out here with all the StreamYard folks and helping you all do better with your streams, right? So if you're new to the show, let me know. We are going to jump in and do some questions, but let me know in the comments if you're tuning in for the first time, maybe hanging out with us live. So new subscriber, fantastic. MC Live says, I'm a new subscriber. Well, there you go. That was I think you got your smiley face backwards maybe. So hopefully you were looking for a smiley face there. So, okay, but I do want to cover a couple of things really quick. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that one of the best places right now for you to hear the latest and greatest with what's going on with StreamYard, for those of you that maybe don't know, StreamYard is under new ownership. And so there are some things that are changing. So, we used to have the town halls on Sunday evenings with Dan and Gage. Those aren't happening anymore. So the best place for you to stay in touch with what's going on with StreamYard is in the Facebook group. So all you need to do is search StreamYard Community in Facebook. You'll see the group. And you'll see all that stuff. It's also a really great place for you to show off what you're doing, as well as ask questions and get help from other StreamYard users and folks from the StreamYard support team over there on that Facebook community. So definitely make sure you're joining it. Make sure you just stay in tune with it, because David, who is actually like the head of the new, head of product development, he's been making a few posts lately about some things. One of the things that y'all have been shouting from the tops of anything you can, as loud as you can. You've all been yelling and asking for dark mode, right? So you've been asking for StreamYard dark mode. Well, that is coming. So in fact, David made that announcement the other day. I'm actually going to share my screen really quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So he made the announcement just the other day in the Facebook group that there's actually going to be on July 15th. So Monday, this coming Monday, you want to make sure that you are, let me go full screen. Make sure that you are subscribed to all of the places, because they are going to talk about some new things coming up. So there's going to be a live stream on July 15th. That's Monday. So that's 12 p.m. Eastern time is when that's going to be. So nooner if you're in the Eastern time zone. So golf clap. I love it. And reusable studios. That's right. So Jen's pointing out, he also made another announcement just the other day, which is also something that many of you have been asking for, especially those of you that have a reoccurring stream with maybe guests. You can actually now set up a reoccurring studio, which then makes it so that you don't have to keep, sending out new invites, new links to your studio for your guests to join. So that's actually a pretty cool feature that I know has been requested in the past as well. But make sure that you are part of that Facebook group, because that's where all the latest and greatest information is coming. And I actually just simply clicked on David in the group and found, just so I could see his latest posts. So you definitely want to make sure. There's also a survey that they posted in there that I definitely think all of you. In fact, what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to grab that link, and I am going to post it. So if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, you will now see the comment. So that survey link is right there. So it took me maybe 5 minutes to fill it out. I definitely would encourage all of you to go fill that survey out for them, because they are absolutely wanting to hear how you're using StreamYard, what you value about the platform, what you want to see, what are some things you'd like to see change, and what ideas do you have. So it literally only took me about 5 minutes to fill out. It's very quick, very easy, and it's a great opportunity for you to share your thoughts and your ideas with the team. They do want to know. So they do want to hear it, and they want to hear from you. So definitely make sure that you join the Facebook community. If you do Facebook, I saw Dimebag Coin says, I don't do Facebook. That's fine. So, but that is the best place for you guys to stay in touch with what's going on, at least as of right now. As of right now, it's the best place for you to hear what's going on. So you definitely want to go join that community and make sure that you're part of it, so you can get all that information. So, all right. So we're going to do some Q&A. So let me just get caught up real quick on the comments, because I definitely was chatting with you and looking and sharing my screen and stuff and not paying attention. Oh, all right. This is good. So Jen from the Creator Classroom says she has finally started her email list. That's fantastic. So I'm always talking about the importance of, going live and creating live streams is not enough if you really truly want to grow your business. You're leaving a lot of opportunity on the table if you don't have a website, if you don't have an email list, and doing other things. So definitely excited that you finally made the leap and made that happen. So I just noticed that. So that's fantastic. Let's see. I do see some questions in here. I want to. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. Give me some questions, everybody. Put a Q in front of your comment so I can see your question, and that will help me grab it. So, I I do see parodies. I'm not even going to try to say your whole name, but I do not understand the question that you've put. So if you could rephrase this question for me, I might be able to help you out. But right now, I don't understand your question. So maybe just try to ask it a different way for me. That way I can try to get you what you're looking for. So I'm just going real quick, scrolling. Yeah, it is Friday. How excited are we that it's Friday? Because I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Okay, Joanne, I see your question. I got that starred. I see MKJG has a question. I'm just basically using the starred comments feature right now. Delaney, I see your question as well. You guys are really breaking the rules here by not putting a Q in front of it, but it's okay. I see him. Okay, Tish, I see your question. I'm grabbing the questions. Oh, okay. All right. I got it. Jennifer. We won't call her Jen anymore. We're going to say the full name. Full name. Now I know. Jennifer. It's going to take a minute for me to break that habit, though. Let's see. All right. Ooh, good questions coming in here. I like these questions. Okay. I'm grabbing these, and now I'm ready to go. So, okay. Oh, yeah, I can put the link for the Facebook group in here. Sure thing. Let me do that really quick, real fast. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything. Here we go. There's the Facebook group link. So I saw that question, so that's great. I put it in there for you. So that's in the comments now, so you can just easily grab it, and then you do it. All right, Crypto for Seniors. I know I saw one of yours. Hold on. I've got one. Okay, Crypto for Seniors. I got your two questions. Yes, I have your questions. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so please, how can I go live with my YouTube account under 76 subscribers? So what is the requirement from YouTube? Is it, yeah, you can go live. I know YouTube once they did have a, let's see, requirements to go live on YouTube. It's been a while since I've known this or looked this. Okay. Here we go. This is what I found. At least 50 subscribers. You can't have any live streaming restrictions within the last 90 days on your channel. You have to verify your channel. You have to turn on live streaming, and then you might have to wait 24 hours. So that's still the same thing. So you have to have at least 50 subscribers. So if you have 76 subscribers, you should be good to go. I have not done this in so long that I don't even know where to tell you to go to turn on live streaming, but it's going to be in your settings. So it's definitely probably in your YouTube studio. Actually, hold on. Creator Studio. I bet it's in there. Settings. I'm looking it up so that I can show you real quick. Channel. Advanced settings, I bet. Man, does anybody know how to do this? It's been so long since I've done it. You can probably just Google it and find it a lot faster than I can try to figure it out right now. But you do have to turn on the live streaming, and then you do have to wait. So it's not going to be like right away. I do remember this. It took about a day. Gosh, it was so long ago when I did this. But you should be good. If you have 76 subscribers and no restrictions, then you should be able to turn on live streaming, and then you can start going live, and you can use StreamYard to do it. It makes it super easy. Okay. Let's see. So Crypto for Seniors says, how do you know how many are watching? Does SL, I think you mean StreamYard. Does StreamYard show a list of people who are watching? So it does not show you who is watching. You can't see who's watching when you're in the StreamYard studio. In fact, it's been so long since I've gone live with just like my phone on even Facebook. It used to show you people that were watching you live. I don't know if it still does or not, but in the studio of StreamYard, it does not tell you who, but it will show you how many people are watching. So when you're live, I'm actually going to see if I can take a quick screenshot without my mouse. Hold on. Actually, yeah, it's not going to work. Basically, the way it works is this. Actually, hold on. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to do this. I'm going to take a quick screenshot of the studio. And I'm going to show you Where, oh, that's a great, this is funny because I sometimes forget to smile when I'm doing this. All right, here we go. So I'm going to add this to my screen. All right, so if you look here, right here, okay, and it's hard to see, I know, because it's not zoomed in very well, but right there is it's showing me how many people are watching live. And if you hover over that, it will also show you how many people are watching on each channel. So it's going to show me, you know, that there's, you know, so many people watching on X, there's so many people watching on StreamYard. Now, the one thing I will tell you is that the numbers that are coming from X do not go up and down. It's not showing you true live viewers. It's showing you basically how many people saw it. And it just, that number just keeps going up. So you might look and be like, oh my gosh, there's 100 people watching on X. Well, there have been 100 people who at some point have tuned in, but there's probably not that many people watching live right now. So that's the way that that works. So it doesn't tell you who, it does show you numbers though, for sure. Did you guys hear, by the way, that pretty soon, I think you will have to actually be on some sort of paid membership to stream to X. Did I see that? I think I saw something about that. Curious if you guys saw that. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there was another. Yeah, those are the questions you had. All right, so Joanne Banco says, where can I find the best tutorial for fully using my still in the box Stream Deck with StreamYard? There are a number of them on YouTube. So I definitely think that all you got to do, Joanne, is go search YouTube and you're going to see a ton of them. There's a bunch of them out there. Just, you know, search how to use Stream Deck or how to use Stream Deck with StreamYard, and you will find all kinds of stuff. I even think that Luria Petrucci on Live Streaming Pros, I think she maybe actually has a video out there as well, I think, about it. So definitely want to just go out there and find something from a reputable person, and you'll be good to go. MKJG says, hello, if I use an ATEM, can I put more than 2 cameras? So I think what you're referring to is like an ATEM mini, most likely. Mine is sitting on the floor over there because I used to use it and I don't use it anymore. Yes, you can actually hook up to 4 cameras depending on the model that you have, of course. There's many, many, many different ATEMs out there, but it's a great video switcher. It's a capture card. If you want to use mirrorless cameras or DSLR cameras, it is a great device for you to be able to bring in multiple cameras and then just click the buttons and it'll switch the cameras for you. It's fantastic. I used to use it all the time. The reason I stopped using it is simply because when I record a pre-recorded video for YouTube, I want it to be in 4K. And the ATEM Mini that I have is limited to 1080p. Now, for streaming right now, that's completely fine because you can't stream in 4K using StreamYard or really, I don't think any platforms right now for streaming 4K. I could be wrong. There may be some out there, but so they would be just fine for you. But if you're wanting to record videos using the same devices, you might want to consider maybe a different option because you probably do want to have 4K for your YouTube videos at this point in this stage of the game. So that would be the only downside to using the ATEM. Shorts. Can you do shorts for YouTube using a smartphone? Yeah, you can absolutely record your short right here on your phone and upload it from your phone. You can absolutely do that. So in fact, it's what most people I think use when they create shorts, to be totally honest with you. A lot of people do. Okay, let's see. Tish from the Artist Haven says, I want to use my phone. I love how she said question, tech related. Okay. Very good. I want to use my phone to stream, but use a webcam overhead art view. So like a bird's eye view is what we call that as my camera. Is this even possible? I ask before I spend hours swearing. So, okay. I want to use my phone to stream, but use a webcam overhead. So Tish, the way you would want to do this, 2 things. 1, you can use your phone as a webcam. There's all kinds of videos out there how to do it. It's actually pretty easy. You just need to have the companion app. So you would have a companion app on your phone and a companion app on your computer so that your phone basically gets registered in your computer as a webcam. And you would want to hardwire it in just so you save your battery and all that. And then you would have your webcam plugged into your computer as well. You would need to be on the StreamYard Pro version, and you can simply use the extra camera feature, which is super awesome. So you would have your camera hooked up here, whatever, and as your bird's eye view, and then whichever one, you maybe use your phone as the bird's eye view and your webcam, either way, okay? And you would have your predominant camera be your main webcam, and I would say use the extra camera feature. So when you go down to share, when you share your screen, if you're on the pro plan, you will also see an option to share an extra camera. And it is awesome. It just simply is going to add the extra camera, and you're going to have that view as an option for, and it's going to be just like when you have a guest in your stream. So that second camera is going to be just like when you have a guest. So you're going to have the same type of view. I would absolutely recommend you create a couple custom layouts that you like that will accommodate what you're trying to go for when it comes to that. So yes, you can definitely do that, and that extra camera feature makes it super easy. Okay, so Lolo Talk Show in Albuquerque says, how to pick a mentor for the first time live stream, and do you really need one, and why? So when you say how to pick a mentor for the first time, maybe you mean a guest for a live stream. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, mentors are, I think mentors are great. Mentors are kind of like therapists, meaning not every person that is a mentor is necessarily going to be a good fit for you, right? So I definitely think that you have to mesh with a mentor. I think you need to follow a mentor. I think you need to know a lot about them first. And then, of course, you need to be willing to do something for them too, whether it's buy them lunch or whatever. I mean, most people in general who are really good mentors probably are mentoring multiple people, and they only have so much time. So if you can do something and be generous to them as well, then that's going to just that's going to, one, increase the likelihood that they're going to help you more. And two, it's just going to be a nice reciprocated, relationship, right? Because you're building a relationship with that mentor. But mentors are different than coaches, right? But mentors are great for sounding boards to help you unlock, your potential, to help you get out of your own way, to hold you accountable sometimes, so, but they aren't necessarily there to teach, right? So that's the difference a lot of times between a mentor and a coach. A coach is probably going to teach you things and tell you how to do things. They're going to give you feedback. They're going to basically give you, they're going to critique what you're doing to help you get better. A mentor is somebody who can just simply help you make forward progression towards whatever goals you're trying to make. But if you start to work with somebody who's a mentor and you're not meshing with them, then maybe you need to look for a different person to be your mentor, right? So that's one of those things that I would say. Okay, let me go back and find some more questions. Do you have a link for your phone? I don't know what you mean by that. Do you have a link for your phone? I'm not sure what you mean, to be honest with you. My phone is just an iPhone, right? I'm just catching up on comments because I haven't looked at the live comments for a hot minute. So, because I was going through the questions that I had. Okay, big stream review. I happened to see this question. So I'm trying to decide which browser streaming is best to subscribe with my money, right? So basically, you're ready to pay money. What does StreamYard offer over ones like EVMux, Streamlabs Ultra, Riverside FM, etc.? Well, they're all very similar. They really are. But I think it's always great to, especially if they have free plans, to test the waters. Just try different ones and see because one thing that's really important is you got to like the user interface. That's definitely one thing. One of the things I love about StreamYard is the user interface is super simple, very easy to learn, very easy to use. The other thing is that StreamYard has been around for quite some time, so there's some stability to StreamYard as well. So StreamYard is very stable. Other ones that are newer, I've heard a lot of things about bugs with a lot of them. I won't name any names because I'm not going to badmouth any other platforms, but I know that StreamYard rarely has any problems. I mean, very rarely. And if there is, it's addressed very quickly. So that's one of the things I've always liked about StreamYard is it's very stable and you can rely on it. The other thing, as far as features, that some of them do have some features that StreamYard doesn't have. StreamYard has some features that others don't have. So you got to kind of like test the waters on which features you need. Now, the other thing too that I will say is I do believe StreamYard is continuing to invest and they are continuing to develop the product, which is great. A lot of the other platforms haven't done anything new to their product for so long. It's like, so I think it's good to pick a platform that is continuing to evolve, and because then they're not complacent with their features. So it's one of those things. So I would definitely, I love StreamYard, but you got to try them out, try the free plans, and then decide what you want to upgrade to, for sure. Okay, so Livestream Consultant says there are no sub requirements to go live on YouTube from your desktop. Interesting. Okay, I thought that you still had to have 50 subscribers. It says that in their support ticket, but maybe that's to go live from your phone. But hey, I mean, I don't know. I don't know 100% for sure. So going live requires 50 subs if you're going live on mobile. Okay, very cool. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the assistance there. All right. Can I pre-record a live video? Yes, you sure can. MC Live. So that's actually a feature of StreamYard as well. I think you have to be in the basic plan or up, but you can absolutely do a pre-recorded video and then you can live stream that pre-recorded video. You absolutely can. It is one of the features that came out a few years ago. So you can do that for sure. Okay, so Mutt Nuts Crazy Crafting. This is how I used to do it. So this is definitely a hack. If you don't want to pay for the pro plan, then you can absolutely still get a second camera. But Mutt Nuts Crazy Crafting, you don't actually have to have two accounts. You can actually just open StreamYard up in another browser window and literally enter the studio again with the other camera. You just have to, you're going to deal with a sound issue most likely. So you want to make sure that your camera, the second camera is muted and your speakers need to be muted because you're going to have this weird echo thing that happens, which you probably already kind of know based on the way you're doing it. But you don't actually have to have two accounts. You could just open up a second browser or just make your life easy and upgrade to the pro plan, right? It is so easy with the pro plan. I will tell you that. I do. Shylin JC has asked a couple times, no, I don't bring on impromptu guests on my streams, but it's okay. It's all good. So it's all good. Let's see. Okay, so back to Tish. She says, question for clarification, following up on her last one. So I would have to use my computer. Oh, I know it. Now I see what you're saying. I want to use my mobile data from my phone in my RV. I haven't gone live since May. I'm going crazy. Oh, gosh. Okay, so you're wanting to use your phone. So you're going to stream from your phone. You don't, to do a second camera, you'd have to have two devices. If you're doing it that way. So when you made the comment about the webcam, that's, okay, there's a couple things. Let me say this. You could absolutely stream from your phone and just use StreamYard on the mobile, right? So go to StreamYard.com. And it's basically all the same. It's all the same features, except for sharing your screen. There's a couple limitations. The extra camera also won't be an option, okay, when it comes to that. You can't share any media when you're using StreamYard mobile. If you had like an iPad or if you had another mobile phone, then you actually would do what I just described. You would enter the stream with the other mobile device, and you would basically have two cameras in your studio at that point. That you are going to run into a problem with that because you're going to need to mute the microphone, but also mute the speaker on the mobile device. Now, it's been a really long time since I've done this, but one of the weirdest things is that you actually can't fully mute. You can't fully mute the device. So I used to actually plug in a like dummy headphone jack, and I used to put it in there so that it would actually think that there was headphones plugged into my phone, and it would basically mute my phone. I literally took a headphone jack and I cut the cord, and I took headphones and I cut the cord and basically just stuck it in. I haven't done it in so long. I don't know if that's still the case or not. Maybe somebody else knows. So, okay. You'll have to really work that one out, Tish. That one might require a little whiteboard session for yourself. Griffo's here. What's up, Griffo Productions? Good to see you. It has been a long time. Yeah, Griffo used to tune in on my show over on my channel, which I need to get back to going live on all the time, like I used to. So Jennifer, I almost said it. Jennifer at the Creator Classroom. She said, I tested a bunch and StreamYard was by far the easiest. Now I've tested in a couple of years. Yeah, not that I've not tested in a couple of years, but yeah. So Prepping Artist says one of the issues they had was StreamYard uses a lot of my battery from laptop and uses a ton of Wi-Fi where I really can't do anything else at the same time. So StreamYard is going to require, any platform is going to require a bit of bandwidth, right? But one of the things that's nice is it really doesn't use additional, I don't think it really steals away any more than any other platform is going to, because it's still doing the same thing. It's transmitting data and you are uploading data, which requires heavier internet, right? So download speeds and upload speeds are two very different things. When you are live streaming, you are using your upload speed. So some internet providers, some internet service providers don't have great upload speed, but they might have great download speed. So you need to make sure you have decent upload speed, which most of the providers these days, you have plenty for you to be able to stream. But as far as your battery, that's just it's because StreamYard doesn't actually use any additional battery. So it's not like you have StreamYard going and it's pulling more battery than another platform would. It is actually because you're just using you are using the computer. So, I mean, it's one of those things that it's, catch 22. You just got to kind of work around it, right? So I always recommend that you have whatever device you're using when you're streaming is plugged in, because it is going to use more juice. That is the case. I mean, streaming is going to use more juice than, just having your email open. Playing a video game is going to use more juice than probably even StreamYard. So, any certain things it's going to take more juice, battery power, basically is what I mean when I say juice. So yeah, you just got to kind of work around those problems a little bit. So Ella says, basic question. Sorry, I'm new here to StreamYard. Well, welcome. That's great. We like basic questions too. What coaching channels would you recommend to learn StreamYard from the basics? Oh, there's a ton. So first of all, StreamYard's YouTube channel, it has all kinds of tutorials on it. So I would highly recommend you make sure that you go to the StreamYard YouTube channel. That's where most of your tutorials are going to be on almost all of the features. Now, there's a mixture of people on those. I'm in some of those videos. We've got all kinds of people that are in those videos. So you've got, just about anything you need help with you're going to be able to find on the YouTube channel. And I will say that I actually think that StreamYard has done a really nice job with keeping the videos short and concise. And I think that's very, very nice. If you want other people you want to learn from, I'm a big fan of Kirk Nugent. He has a great YouTube channel of his own, and he does a lot of really nice StreamYard tutorials as well as other platforms and other things about streaming and creating videos and creating content. So I really like Kirk's channel. I've always been a big fan of his. And there's just a number of people out there. Let's see, Justin Brown, is that his name? Primal Video. He's got a great channel that's got some StreamYard tutorials on there. But I would start with the StreamYard channel, to be honest with you, because you got a variety of people. And if you like any of those people specifically, then you can go find their channel and check it out. Oh, so Dream Talking with Vicky says, I'm interested in the new permanent studio template. That will save so much time and energy. Yeah, so Vicky's referring to the reoccurring studio feature that's coming out. I don't know exactly when that feature, I don't know if that's coming out next week. But it's coming soon. They basically teased it in our Facebook group. So, and it's basically going to allow you all you can create a stream and you can say, I want this to be a reoccurring studio, meaning your link is going to be saved. So if you want to not have to send a guest link out every single time to somebody that maybe is a reoccurring, like maybe you do a co-hosting show, now you just have one link all the time. And I think that's a pretty cool feature that's been asked for quite some time, to be honest with you. But it's also a feature that I think that not a lot of people need or necessarily want. And so many of you are like, why would I even use that? it may not apply to you. That's completely fine. But a lot of you are like, yes, I love this new feature because I'm always doing multiple, shows with the same people, and I want to just use the same link, which is very cool. The one thing to keep in mind is if you're doing new guests every time and you just want to keep the same link, keep in mind that once somebody has that link, they have that link and they could join your studio. Now they're not going to be added to the stream, but you could have that disruption. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about using that. So GT Junior grows at Alaska. Is there a way to share pictures on StreamYard from a phone? The way you would do that is you would want to upload those photos into the overlays. And that would be the easiest way, because you can't share like slides, and you can't share a screen when you're using your phone to stream to StreamYard or using StreamYard. But you can click on videos. You can share videos in your studio. So when you go into your brand tab, you would want to pre-upload some of those photos as overlays, and you can absolutely click those and they will display on your screen however you have them laid out. So that is the way you would want to do that if you're using your phone. Great question. So Gator McCluskey, hopefully I said that correctly. Is there a way to move video clips from one brand category to another? Seems you have to re-upload if generating another brand, and can't even download the video clips if you can't find the originals. Okay, so that is a really great idea. I have thought about this in the past, that it would be nice to be able to duplicate a brand folder, and then you can eliminate however you want. This would be, so one of the things, so Gator's referring to is, I will actually pull this up and I'm going to share my screen, because some of you, I think still so many people don't realize that this is a feature, even though it's always been a feature, I think from day one. Okay, so I'm actually going to, I'm going to enter the studio. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's actually go bigger screen here. Okay, so if you go into your studio, let me turn off that logo real quick so you guys can actually see what I'm about to click on. Okay, in your studio, right? If you go over to brand, all right, so here's the brand tab. This is where you have all your assets that you want to upload into your studio, right? At the top, right? If you click on this arrow, you will see that you actually can have multiple brand folders. So watch what happens here. So you notice that this is my background, that's my logo. But when I change to a different brand folder, the studio now changes. All the color changes because I have a different color. I might have a different theme, different logo. All of that just updated and changed because I switched the brand. So you can add a new brand and you can name it, and it's going to be blank when you first add this brand. This is really great for those of you that actually maybe have different show types and you want to have different colors or a different theme to each of your shows. Maybe your live Q&A show is different than your tutorial show or whatever, or your guest show is very different, or you have multiple channels. You have like totally separate channels and you want to do, they're completely different. That is the feature you would want to use. You'd want to have different sets. So what Gator's asking is, okay, I want to take these videos and I want to move them to a different brand. Unfortunately, right now, you can't do that. And so he's right. You have to, or she, you have to re-upload those. So when you go to create a new brand, it is going to be blank. So we're just going to say test, create. There it is. It is blank. It is literally looks like you just started StreamYard, like for the first time ever. And so you have to upload everything in yourself. So if you want to do that, that's what you got to do. So in each of these brands that you create, you do have to basically build them. Now, what he's referring to, or she's referring to, I think this is a great feature idea that you should absolutely submit to the StreamYard team. So go take that survey and submit this idea, because I have thought about this in the past. Like if the other way you could use this feature is, let's say you actually don't need different colors. You don't need different assets, but you do want to be able to have a separate preparation. So for example, maybe by the way, you also have folders for your banners. Okay. So same thing, different shows. Maybe you have a different set of banners for each show. But what if you wanted to have a different set of overlays for your show you're doing on Monday, but then you have a show on Wednesday and you want to still prep for it and build it out? You would actually could do this by creating a separate brand folder, and one would be Monday show and one would be Wednesday show. That way you're not having to do it in order. So like, let's say Sunday night, you're like, I'm going to get everything ready in my studio for the week. I've got 3 shows this week, 3 sets of overlays, 3 sets of videos, whatever it might be. And you want to build that out. Well, you could do that with the brand folders. So you could have Monday show, Wednesday show, Friday show, and upload all the different unique things for each of those shows. And you would be able to then just go to each one of those folders and you're all set and ready. This is great for people who do batch prep work. And so some of you are like, what? I don't need all that or whatever. Well, that's using that brand folders is a great way for you to batch prep what you want to do. So 100%. Ooh, okay. Okay. I haven't seen it, so we're going to go check it out. So Jennifer is letting us know that David just announced the next new feature. So I think there were 3 features they were going to be announcing. And so that sounds like that just happened. So we'll go check that out for sure. Okay, so Mind Whispering the Whisper Way. How can I start my live event from the business page and then all the other pages I have? Well, you would essentially just need to add those pages into your destinations in StreamYard. So when you go to StreamYard, over here, destinations, when you click on destinations, you just need to add those other pages. And if you're wanting to multi-stream, then you do have to be on the paid plan. If you're on a free plan, you can't multi-stream. If you're on the basic plan, it will allow you to multi-stream to 3 destinations. But if you want to go to more than 3, then you'll need to upgrade to the professional plan, which will allow you to multi-stream to more destinations. So, when you go to create your stream, you're actually just going to create a stream, and then it's going to ask you, where do you want to stream? Well, you just click on all the different want to stream, and that will allow you to do that. So all the destinations you have connected are going to be here. And then you would just add those other pages that you want to stream to. Now, if you're trying to start on the business page, start streaming, and then add other pages, basically later in the stream, you can actually do that once you've gone live as well. You would just go up to the top inside your studio that you're streaming, and you click edit, and you add those destinations as well, right there. Ooh, Build and Fix with Mooney says, question, I download the vidIQ and Creator Hooks extension, and now my chat does not line up with your live. Do you know how to fix this? I don't. I actually don't use those extensions, and so my chat doesn't line up with your live. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. So that's definitely something, I will say Reddit is a great forum for tech. There's all kinds of people. So you might ask that question, be very specific with what you're trying to solve. And maybe somebody over there can help you fix that one. But I'm not sure how to fix that one for you. Sorry. Okay, I'm looking for some more questions here. Okay, love it. This is a great question. I love this question. Will live streaming help with subscribers on your channel, and how long should your first live be? Great question. So here's the deal. I think that the best way to grow subscribers is to have a mixture of content. I think you need to have some pre-recorded content, but I love live streaming for nurturing your subscribers. it will help grow your channel. It absolutely will. But you need, in order to truly grow your subscriber count, you need to have a mixture of content. I think shorts is an absolutely wonderful way for you to reach new people. They get shown in the algorithms, people see them, they get a quick sample of who you are, what you talk about, and then pre-recorded videos. So the tutorials or how-tos or entertaining, whatever those might be, those are really, really, really going to create a subscriber count for you, because that's what people are truly, they see it. They're like, I want more of this. And they don't want to miss the next piece of content that you're going to be putting out. So they subscribe. The other reason why people subscribe is live streams. People don't want to miss a live stream. So if they want to talk to you live and you can do great live content and nurture your audience and speak to them and interact with them, they're going to not want to miss that next live. So they're going to probably subscribe to your channel so that they know when you're going to go live next. So I definitely think that the mixture of shorts, pre-recorded videos, and live streams is the absolute best way to grow your channel. Live streams are great for getting to know your audience. Think of it as the relationship building part of your content, right? It's the relationship building piece of your channel. I literally know the first names of people, right? And I know people, and I know like Griffo, right? He's hanging out with us today, and he used to hang out on my channel quite a bit. And he said he left social media a couple years ago, right? So it's one of those things. I know that, I recognize, because he has been in my content many times. In fact, he used to be in my Facebook group. I think even we sent some emails to each other, because I was helping him with a tech thing. So that's how you build a relationship with people, is when you're live, because they're going to comment multiple times on your live versus just one comment on a pre-recorded video. And a lot of people don't even make comments on pre-recorded videos. They just watch it and they leave. But people are going to interact with you when you're live. So that's how you build a relationship with your audience. And that's what I love about live streaming. And that is really the difference in a way, right? So great. I think it's great. Oh, and how long should your first live be? Really, your first live, it just depends on how much content you want to share. One thing you need to know is that your first live, especially if you're a starting channel, you don't have a ton of subscribers, there's probably not going to be very many people that tune in live. The other thing is that your audience may not, they may even watch you live, but they may not comment unless you nurture them. So there are all kinds of ways for you to nurture your audience and to get them to engage with you. You want to foster engagement so that they comment. Tell them to comment. Tell them you want to hear from them. But one thing I need everyone, if you've never gone live before and you're thinking about it, you need to have some very realistic expectations. There probably won't be very many people on your first lives. And that's just the way it goes, okay? That is just the way it goes. The best way to get more people to show up to your lives is to pre-schedule it. So schedule it in advance. So using StreamYard, you can schedule your live. That way people see the post that you're going to be live. And then you need to promote that live. So go to your Instagram stories, or, just create some content out there to let people know you're going to be live. So announce it, right? Get people coming. And then when you are live and you do get people commenting, you want to absolutely acknowledge those people that are commenting to foster that engagement and to get them to want to come back. More engagement is going to engagement fosters engagement. So definitely make sure that you're doing that as well. So those are just some quick tips on that. But as far as how long it needs to be, here's what I'll say. And make it as long as it needs to be. So if you've got 3 key points or 5 key points that you want to make, get through your points. And if nobody's there commenting, then you're done. You can end your live stream, okay? If you're getting through those comments and people are commenting and you've got time and you want to hang out with people online, then keep going, then keep your live stream going and interact with your audience. So if you have a time limit and you're like, I only have 30 minutes to go live, well, then just make sure you manage your time and you can get through all 30 minutes. So it just needs to be as long as it needs to be. That's what I always tell people. There's no magic bullet on the exact time a live video should be. I would say this: if you only have about 1 to 5 minutes of content, maybe it's just a pre-recorded video, not a live stream. I would say that, especially as you're just getting started. Okay, so Cyborg Valkyrie says, speaking of the brand tab, is there anything coming that might allow us to have different logos, layout visibility, etc. across brands, or also allowing more layouts based on brand? 3 channels. Okay. So I don't have the product roadmap, so I can't speak to what features are coming. But what you're describing is very intriguing. So I'm thinking out loud here for a second. I'm trying to think of a way you would be able to do what you're trying to do. You could create different teams. So you can have different teams. So like I'm on 3 teams. So if I go to my StreamYard, I have 3 places that I can actually go to. So you could create another account and then basically everybody gets to use StreamYard teams and you would share it so that you have access. So let me just show you. So if I go to my StreamYard account and I go up here, my own personal is Melanie Dyann. Obviously, I'm part of the StreamYard team. So when I click on StreamYard, everything changes to the StreamYard stuff. All the different StreamYard and Spaces is a different Spaces is really what you're talking about, but I believe that is a very higher tier. It's like it's like StreamYard Business Plan is how you get Spaces. That's I believe part of that. So but yeah, like it's not possible in the brand tab because it's basically it's a premium feature essentially, but it doesn't mean that it might not come down the road, right? So, but the way you would want to get around it is go create another account, totally brand it differently, and then just share it, make sure that you are on the team, and then you basically would go into your studio and you would see multiple ones. You'd have to, if you need the pro features on that other account, you would need to pay for another plan. So, but you could also reach out to StreamYard. They may have another option for you that might be better. 7 show types across. Yeah, that's a lot of different, that's a lot of, you may just reach out to them and find out what the premium, how to get that premium Spaces feature. Spaces is what you want though. Make posting. Okay, Griffo Productions. Needs to make posting without live streaming more accessible because I can't afford to get another service that uploads the videos if I can't post it as a live stream. So you can post to, Griffo, I think you should reach out to StreamYard because I'm not sure what you're trying to do, to be totally honest with you. I don't know why you would need another service to upload a video. So I'm not totally sure what you're trying. Reach out to the StreamYard team and talk to them about what you need. It may be something that's already there. Oh, I see. Now I see what you're saying. Yeah, you have to do it manually. If you want to upload a video, you would do it as a premiere to YouTube, upload it as a premiere to YouTube, and make it a premiere. That's how you would do what you're trying to do, I think. But you don't need a service to do it. Griffo's got a question. Are there StreamYard layouts that you can use in Canva for my designs? Are there StreamYard? So if you're trying to, so I think I know what you're asking. I think, but I'm not totally sure. If you're trying to design overlays, right, that will then work in StreamYard, then you would basically, the way to do it is you go into your StreamYard studio, take a screenshot of just the window, and then you would pull that into Canva and design around it, if that's what you're talking about. But I'm not 100% sure. Are there StreamYard layouts that you can use in Canva for my designs? I don't know what you're asking, Griffo. Maybe rephrase that question for me. Yeah, great point. So, Creative Classroom says the best thing to have is a plan for that first live. Yeah, both show. I agree. Oh, yes. Creative Lady says, and be ready for potential trolls. Yes. So there definitely, so there's trolls, there's bots, there's tons. And she's right. Just keep your calm. Just stay cool. It's one of those things. Lots of good tips in the comments about your first lives. I love it. Okay, I see a couple more questions, and I'm going to check out. I'm going to take a quick break from comments. I see awesome comments. I am going to get back to those. Okay, I see some more questions coming in, which is great, which is good. I should probably go back to full screen. I am going to go to the Facebook group though and find the new announcement. Okay, they actually, it looks like I'm looking. Here it is. Okay, got it. And I think that they have scheduled the Monday stream, maybe. So yeah, it looks like they've scheduled the Monday stream. So definitely make sure that you tune that in. Let's pull this up so we can look at this. So it says, here's the third new feature coming to StreamYard, Ultra HD local recordings. Going forward, you'll be able to set 4K resolution for all your broadcasts with local recordings to bring your audience crystal clear and high quality content. That is fantastic. I know I have personally been requesting a higher output for quite some time. So that is very exciting. So we'll learn more about that. But it says, tune into our live stream Monday, July 15th. That's 6 p.m. CET, 12 p.m. Eastern, to learn more about this and other new features, which is that reusable studio and dark. The 3 features they're going to be taking a deep dive on Monday. So definitely make sure you guys check that out. It looks like they have scheduled the stream. Let's take a look. Yeah, so that's scheduled now. So go over there, click on notify me. I know I certainly just did, to make sure that you actually get that that notification and tune in and let those folks know how excited you are about those features. I'm really excited about those features. I know dark mode's been something many of you have been asking for a very, very, very long time, and they heard you loud and clear. So that just goes to show you that, you know, the new ownership, Bending Spoons is the name of the company, but they absolutely, you know, they want to know what you guys want, and they do want to consider those features. Now, just like any software company or any platform, just because it's requested does not necessarily going to get approved and put into the product. Not everything is a good fit. And I do like that. I do think that this new team is still going to maintain, you know, the 3 important pillars, which is ease of use, stability, and I forget what the other one was. I forget. But I think that that's really important, is they don't want to overcomplicate the platform. They want to make sure that it stays relative and they know the audience. And if you need 1,000 bells and whistles, then maybe StreamYard's not the right platform, right? And that's completely fine. So they're going to stay true to who their audience is, and I think it's great. But love that they heard you guys on the dark mode, because I know that's been probably one of the most highly requested features for a really long time. So it's pretty cool to see that they took care of you guys on that one. All right, I'm going to answer a couple more questions so that we can, I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and then I am going to have to jump for today. So, but I am so excited about the fact that these features are coming out. So make sure you tune in on Monday to check that stuff out. Okay, so Throttle Power has a question. Says, I've been going live on the platform that YouTube offers. What are the advantages of StreamYard, which you pay for, as opposed to YouTube's free service? So it's all going to come down to features. So StreamYard is one, you can use StreamYard for free. You absolutely can. You are going to have a logo watermark in there. But I would recommend do that. Go sign up for StreamYard for free and just play around with it. You can actually just open the studio up and see what it's like, and you can change, try things. I definitely think that one of the things that's going to differentiate StreamYard from the free, any of them, if you can also go live on Facebook just using Facebook, is one, the features, right? To be able to just see that little ticking, scrolling banner at the bottom, that I've got, that I'm going to turn off, or I can put a banner up just like that. But you can't do that with YouTube. Like all those awesome, overlays, the video backgrounds, the sharing your screen. It just is so simple and so awesome to use inside StreamYard. Plus the things we talked about earlier, if you want to have brand folders, you want to customize some things, it all comes down to the features. If you're just wanting to create a live video and you don't want your name displayed, or you don't need any of that stuff I just talked about, then you don't need StreamYard. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you should use StreamYard. I mean, I am very much going to say, it's 100% my favorite tool, period. It's my favorite marketing tool. I love StreamYard. I absolutely love it. I love what it's been able to do for me. I love watching what other people are able to do with StreamYard. but it's not for everybody, right? And that's okay. So if you don't want any of those things I just described or don't care about it, well, then you wouldn't need StreamYard. You just need to use YouTube, just like you are right now today. But if you want to be able to display comments like I do, that's my favorite feature, always has been. And talk about fostering engagement. So if you want to be able to do things like that, then you would want to use a tool like StreamYard. But you can actually display comments for free. You don't even have to have the paid plan to do things like that. So just go check out the different features in the pricing chart and just check it out. Oh, this is awesome. So Brian Casey, I remember this person because I know a Brian Casey. He's actually a local DJ here where I live. It says, "Hi Mel, I just wanted to say thank you. You gave me confidence to start. Within 2 weeks, I got 30 subscribers and 1,500 views. Thank you for your wisdom and support." That is super awesome. I love hearing that. Thank you for sharing that feedback with us. And I'm super proud of you for doing it. So congrats. Good job. Congrats to you, my friend, for sure. Okay, so Des Leprechaun says, "Is it possible to add a video in your stream when introducing guests?" Absolutely. It absolutely is. So you do have to upload the video. So you would just simply upload the video into your video assets. And then right before you introduce your guest, you actually would just click on that video. And that video is going to basically play over everything, just like when I play a countdown, right? So like when I do a countdown or even this is just a be right back video. It takes over the whole thing, right? So it takes over. Now you can hear me because that video doesn't have any sound. If you create a video and it has like cool intro music and all that stuff, you're going to click on that and it's going to take over the screen. It's going to mute your microphone and you can actually bring your guest up while that video is playing. And then when the video's over, as long as you don't have the loop on, then that video is going to go away and then you're going to be back on screen, right? And if you've added your guest, it'll be you and your guest. Super cool way to introduce guests. I think it's fantastic. You can do all kinds of cool things with videos right inside the StreamYard studio. You just upload your video and then when you're ready to play it, you click it and it's going to start playing. And then when it's done, it's going to go away. Super awesome feature for sure. All right, I'm going to grab one more question. Okay, so Build and Fix with Mooney says, "I use my iPhone for all my videos. I want to do my first live with a demonstration with woodworking. What do I need for the basics?" Okay, so if you're just wanting to use your phone, you absolutely can do this. You would definitely want a tripod. You probably already have one. You have a tripod and you actually go to StreamYard.com in your browser on your phone, and you're going to have all the features there. So you actually it's just small, right? Like it's just small. So you would want to make sure you set that phone up and make it so that it's in a good location that enables you to, show what you're trying to show. So, and then if you need to move around, you can move around. You literally could use your phone to do what you're doing. So I like to, the fact that you can use a phone. If you want a higher quality stream with higher quality audio specifically, then you might want to consider using a laptop with a webcam and get a microphone. And then that's going to actually increase your production quality a little bit. Because the challenge with somebody like you, so doing woodworking, now if you're doing woodworking and you're just doing it with your hands and you can actually be pretty close to your phone, your audio is probably going to be okay. If you're in a really echoey environment or a really noisy environment, it may not be great. But if you're doing something where you need to have that phone kind of far away because you need to show a lot of space, your audio quality is not going to be very good. And the problem with this, okay, I'm not saying don't do it. I think you should do it. Audio is very important. So people are more likely to accept poor video or less higher end video than they are poor quality audio. There's just something about it. And if you think about it, a lot of people also will listen to a live stream and not watch it. They'll be listening while doing something else. But if it's bad audio, people don't tolerate it as well. So audio arguably is more important than your video quality. So that's the only disadvantage when it comes to using a mobile phone to go live, is that your audio quality is not going to be that great if you have to have the phone further away from you. So that's definitely one of those things that's kind of like going to be a limitation when it comes to what you're trying to do. But if it's the only equipment you have and you don't have a computer or you don't have a budget to go invest in these other things I just talked about, then yes, I think you should go live with your phone. I absolutely agree and believe it's more powerful to do something than nothing. And if you don't have the budget, or you don't want to upgrade, or you don't want to add the complications of a computer and a webcam and all that stuff, don't let that stop you. Get your phone and go live and have some fun with showing people your woodworking skills. I think it'd be really cool. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to have to wrap this one up for today. So it's been tons of fun hanging out with you today. I really appreciate all of you tuning in and watching the show. I love, love, love my people that come back every time. I love seeing the same people in those comments, and I love seeing new faces in those comments. So if you're new and this was your first time hanging out with me live here on StreamYard, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also, just your last reminder, Monday at noon Eastern, we're going to have David and Rebecca, who is the communications manager. They are going to go live and talk about the 3 new features. And it's a great opportunity for you to chat with them, maybe learn a little bit about them, maybe ask some questions. Maybe they'll answer some questions about other features coming up. But I think you should definitely tune in and see what they have to say about these new features that are going to be coming out and announced. And hopefully they'll be coming out and like actually released really soon as well. Maybe even on Monday. I'm not really sure. But so make sure you tune into that. And yeah, also, if you're not already part of the Facebook community, go join that Facebook community so that you can get any questions that I maybe didn't get to answer today answered, because there's a ton of helpful people in that community as well. So, all right, everybody, I will see y'all later. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a week ahead. And I'll see you next time. See everybody. Bye.